Good evening and welcome to Sportsnet. I'm Riley Mullins.
And I'm Valeria Savon. We've got a great show coming your way this week, so stay tuned for basketball highlights from area tournament from both W.S. Neal and Flomaton, recruiting information from W.S. Neal Eagles, and information about bringing back Escambia County Honor Band. This and so much more tonight in Sport Nights.
This week was the beginning of postseason play for basketball for Neal. It meant a trip to Evergreen, and the girls played Hillcrest, and the boys took on Strawn in the area tournament.
Montgomery drives in front of the wing, and she makes a layup. Greenfield Thompson, she shoots. Bang! Odom with a pass. Montgomery with the bucket. Here goes Peanut. Hop shot, misses it, rebound Montgomery, makes a layup. Odom bounce pass to Montgomery, she puts it in. Peanut's pass is deflected. Odom gets it, gives to Montgomery for the easy layup. Odom gets it, steps into it, bang! Peanut loses it, gets it back and puts it in for the easy lay. Odom steps into the shot, shoots it, knocks it down. McCann gets on the wing, he puts it up. Bang! Greenfield, Judge on McCann's with the deflections. He's on the fast break and puts in with a beautiful layup. Here we have Tompkins. Bounce pass to Carter Hodges. Puts it up and it's in. Hodges misses the free throw. Albert Miller with a rebound, he puts it up. What up, hustle play? Tompkins passes to McCann. He drives baseline. He makes a layup. McCann drives baseline, sets for the jumper, and he puts it in. McCann with the ball on the wing, shoots it, bang! Jabri with a steal on the fast break, he puts it in. And then Tucks driving baseline, goes for the layup and he makes it.
Postseason for Flomaton was played at Mobile Christian.
Kaylee Hurden passes the ball to Star McBride, who scores on the layup. McBride scores on the pass from J.C. Himes. J.C. Himes connects on the third. Himes finds McBride for a second time. Himes passes to Herndon in the corner, who makes a three-point shot. Star McBride scores on the fast break. Himes drives down the lane and scores. Janasia McDonald pulls up for mid-range and connects. Quinton Lane passes to Quinton Odom for the corner three. KJ Taylor passes to Lane, who makes a three-pointer. Quinta Everett passes it to Quentin Odom for the slam dunk. Odom gets the ball in the post and hits the reverse layup. Mason Dole drives down the court and gets the ball to Everett for 2 points. Ethan Jordan scores on the behind-the-back pass from Quentin Odom. Lane drives to the basket and hits the easy layup. Mason Dole passes the ball to Quinton Lane for the long-range three.
As you may know, last Wednesday was National Signing Day for college football. Several local players have signed letters of intent. Today we will hear from the players from W.S. Neal who have signed letters of intent and from Coach Fountain.
What was the recruiting process like?
Exciting and down-to-earth experience.
Why did you choose the school you chose? Where were the other schools you were considering, if there were any other ones?
I chose Cumberland because it felt like home. Everybody there felt like a family, and I was thinking about Warner. It's in Orlando, and I was thinking about South Alabama and Livingston.
What advice would you give other students who are interested in trying to play at the next level?
Work hard. That's all there is to it.
It was a HBCU, and I just thought it would be better for me, being 8 hours away. The coach is a really good coach. Good friends with Coach Fountain. And yeah.
Were there any other schools that you were considering? If so, which ones?
Grambling in Louisiana. It's also a HBCU, but I didn't really like it that much.
What advice would you give other students who are interested in trying to play at the next level?
Just don't be nervous and make sure you got a good GPA. And yeah.
Process like?
I went to the college and talked to the coaches, and I might consider going up.
Why did you choose the school that you chose?
I ain't really chose a school yet, but hopefully I'll make a decision soon.
Were there any other schools you were considering? If so, which ones?
One was Alabama State, and the other was Troy University.
What advice would you give other students who are interested in trying to play at the next level?
Trying to start a little earlier than I did, so you have better options.
Well, so far, Colin has signed, and Capitol signed today with Allen University over in Columbia, South Carolina. We still have a couple other guys on the hook that are looking at going to school. We know that Caleb Peters and Jonathan Carter, also Laketrick Barnes, we've been having some interest in those guys. So I think those are the ones that we're looking at next as having opportunities. Maybe Kevin Ferris also, because Kevin, we've had a couple of coaches call us on Kevin and still looking at Kevin. So as you know, there's a signing day. There's an early signing day in December. That's mostly Division I players. There's a final signing day, which was last Wednesday, February the 2nd, I believe it was. But remember this, signing day lasts from February the 2nd all the way to the end of the school year. So that one day is not the only day you can do it on. So after signing day, a lot of things become open or available at other schools that may open for another kid. So we're looking for those guys to all have opportunities.
And what's the process for them to get recruited?
Well, number one thing is, of course, with anybody, I guess it's not just them, but with anybody is first, you got to do the things that it takes to be recruited. Number one, you got to have good academic grades in school. You got to have a way to get qualified. But sometimes you can qualify for some schools, but you can't qualify for other schools, if you follow what I'm saying. Like, for example, you have to have a 17 and a 2.5 GPA just to go to any Division I school to start out with. But to go to a Division II school, I think now it's a 2.2 with like a 17 on the ACT. but some schools are waiving ACT. So it's a lot of different things in the academics. Just got to stay on. What I tell anybody is to start in the 9th grade, looking at what they got to do academically to be able to make it to go to college. Second thing would be your film. You know, you can't make up whether you can play or not. You know, if you got good film, of course at WS Neal we have Huddle. With Huddle, every kid can go in and make his own highlight film. A lot of them make mid-season highlight films. A lot of them make end of the season highlight films, and then we can take those highlight films and send them out. Because it's very easy to take a film and just put it on a you know, just on your telephone for a text message and send it. It's even that easy. Or you can send it to an email. And then the third thing is, a lot of times kids limit themselves geographically to where they want to go at. You know, there's a lot of people don't know in the South, most of your football is big time football. You know what I'm saying? Big size schools, Division I schools, Division II schools, or either the better Division I, Division II schools. But even in the division like NAIA, which Colin is going to play at the NAIA school, Cumberland's, NAIA has more colleges than the NCAA has, so there's more opportunities out there, but a lot of them are in the Midwest, even though he's going up to Tennessee, but there's a bunch of them out in the Midwest. And so you just kind of figure out with your family geographically where you're willing to travel to go to school. I think those are the 3 top things.
Band director have received a long ago tradition in Escambia County, the Escambia County Honor Band.
So we're going to have the County Honor Band at either Coastal Community College Auditorium or T.R. Miller High School, based on the availability of the auditorium at Coastal. All the county bands, including T.R. Miller and the city, will join together to perform several pieces of music together. They're going to have the clinicians of Johnny Vincent and Jamie Howell for the high school and for the middle school. They get to come together, work for an entire day on brand new music, and perform it the next day. It's going to be a big honor for those people who made it in. It was competitive, and there's going to be a lot of things to do. All of the county schools from Escambia County and the city schools, T.R. Miller and its feeder group, they'll either practice if they're at the high school at the performance location, or if they're in the middle school here at the W.S. Neal inside the band room. Performance will be April 21st and 22nd. It should be a Friday and Saturday if my dates are wrong. And they'll practice all day on Friday and perform on that Saturday. Sometime around noon, we'll announce once we get all our final details made. This gives the bands an opportunity to see where they compare with other people in the county, create a little friendly competition, and thus build up all the bands by having a little more emphasis on our programs. This allows us to get some new clinicians and new teaching techniques into each of the bands, and allows people to hear what other musicians that are good on their parts playing with them and get to create a better sound together. I think it's a great thing for our county, and I'm glad that we got it started this year, and we'll try to keep it up for years to come.
As you may know, this month is Career Text Month. It is also the time of the year where students begin making our schedules and requests for next year. Here is ECRC student Cameron Pittman to tell why he chose and attended ECRC.
At first I was going to choose nursing. I do look forward to taking the nursing class next year. It's the same as nursing but more different, and then the more if I took this class, I want to change it to physical therapist, because I really like to help people out, and it's the movement. Then he teaches a lot like firefighting and other good stuff as well. And yeah, that's why I chose this class. EMR the first semester, and this semester we doing firefighting. Like now we get to working on learning about the cell phone towers and dispatch. And I do look forward to taking the nursing class next year.
Cheerleading tryouts are coming up for Flomaton. We have talked to FHS cheer coach Tara Ross for more information.
What are the academic qualifications for trials?
The academic qualifications are that you have to have an overall 70 average in all courses.
When are tryouts?
Next Friday, February 17th.
And next week for interviews of more local athletes who have signed letters of intent to continue their careers in college. And a preview of Flomaton baseball with their new coach, Troy Brown. That's it for our show this week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Mullins.
And I'm Valeria Salam. Good night, everyone.